gonna talk about our experience giving birth at Asian Hospital.
So we have two kids, Leah, our daughter, who's now 4 years old, turning 5 soon, and our son, Rocco, who is 1 year and 4 months. And both of them were born at Asian Hospital.
So bakit nga ba Asian Hospital yung napili natin na hospital for our kids? Do you remember? Bakit
Yes,
nga?
I do. First of all, we were influenced by your OB, Doc Cabilo, who was holding clinic at Asian Hospital. And she said, if you want to give birth without stress, without hassle, Asian Hospital is a good choice.
Yeah, I remember her saying na pupunta ka na lang doon, manganganak ka na lang. You don't have to worry about anything else, diba?
Yeah, well, she did mention na si daddy na lang mag-worry, siya na lang bahala sa mga gamit niyo, siya na makikipag-usap. Ikaw, manganganak ka na lang.
Yeah. Kumbaga in terms of facilities, of the safety, of the experience of the medical staff, of course the doctors. Kumbaga, we've got nothing to worry about.
We knew we were in good hands.
Yeah. And aside from that, of course, it's also the proximity because we live in the south, we live in Las Piñas. So in
That's
our area, that's the
half
best.
an hour
Yeah,
to
that's the
45
best
minutes
hospital.
away.
Yeah. Okay, so actually I have an online journal, diba? In there, I talked about our experience giving birth at Asian Hospital. So since uso ang vlogging ngayon, we're doing this.
And that particular article of yours has gotten the most number of hits, right? The most popular of all of your entries.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of inquiries.
Inquiries too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a good idea for us to create a video version of that one. All right. So
Saka
let's
hindi
talk
kami
about...
mahihain, hindi tayo mahihain.
Especially you.
Especially me! Especially you.
Come on. Okay, so what's the journey all about?
Okay, I remember Hal, when we were having this birthing class at Ateneo.
Yeah.
Kasi before I was heavy with Leah when we attended this birthing class.
With
of
Rome Reyes, right?
Kanapi!
Ay, wait, sorry.
It's okay. Rome Kanapi sa
Okay.
Ateneo. And there, she emphasized the importance of being familiar with the hospital you're delivering in. Kasi, di ba, pagka, ayan na, may contractions na and alam mo na parang manganganak ka na, and then, dalhin ka sa ospital, dun pa kayo maghahanapan saan ba.
You don't want to be clueless when the day comes, right? That's the
Yeah.
last thing you want to happen. So you got to make sure that you're prepared. And to do that, you got to be familiar with the hospital where you're going to give birth.
So, one Saturday, well, again, I was heavy with Leah. We decided to tour Asian Hospital. So, pinlano na namin yung ruta namin when D-Day comes.
Yep.
Assuming I'm already having labor contractions or kunyari, nag-rupture na yung water bag ko. Sa Asian Hospital, where exactly will you bring me?
Well, if we hadn't made the necessary preparations, I would have brought you to the ER, which is not the case. If it's the Asian Hospital, we don't have to bring our wives to the ER because they're going to bring you to a different room anyway called Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis is what they call the birthing
area
in Asia. Kasi if you bring your wife to the ER pa, you will have unnecessary ER charges pa.
Unnecessary charges.
Yeah, anyway, the ER guys will just bring you to Genesis anyway. So Genesis of Asian is on the 3rd floor. Sa right wing.
Aptly called Genesis, beginning of life. All right, so while you're there, you're allowed one companion. So this is where you're going to stay as you go through the excruciating labor pains, something that guys can't relate to. Yeah, that's where you're going to be during
Genesis,
labor.
3rd floor. Sa Genesis, Okay, hindi ka agad dadalhin sa birthing room. You will have to wait first at
Until
the
you're...
triage.
Yeah.
They call it the triage room. It is where you have to wait until your cervix is dilated by 8 cm. So, dun ka muna maghihintay, dun mo mafe-feel yung contractions mo.
And that's where it's necessary for the husband to be by the side of their wives.
Yes, the husband, well, one companion is allowed sa triage. Actually, the triage of Asian Hospital is very nice. It's very spacious with several beds separated by curtains. Yon. So, I remember when I gave birth to Rocco, I could hear the other mommy from the other bed.
Moaning, right?
Yeah, ako naman, I was so relaxed. Kasi mataas yung pain tolerance ko. So,
Yeah.
well, during the early stage.
So yeah, there's this monitor right there that would indicate the pain level. And
No, it's not the pain level. Contractions.
yeah, which entails pain, right?
Not necessarily.
Okay, because you got a high pain tolerance. But anyway, yeah, you got all the necessary monitors there, and if you need the help of the nurses, then you just have to press a button and they will be assisting you.
Yeah, it's also at the triage where you will get your epidural shot just in case you have decided to get that.
Yep.
So you're gonna wait until you reach 8 cm.
And when does the water break? Before 8 cm?
No, well, it depends. Kasi sometimes the water breaks at home before you're brought to the hospital.
It depends.
In my case, my water bag had to be ruptured. Hindi siya nag-break on its own.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, diba?
Mm-hmm.
So, ni-rupture din yung water bag ko sa triage.
Yep. It's like a popping balloon, right?
Yeah,
I
and
wasn't there because I was preparing our room.
Yeah,
Right?
you left me. I was all alone.
Nah, of course I was there. I had to ensure that our accommodations were ready. So, prepare ko na yung mga gamit ni baby.
Sinong baby?
Leah.
Si Rocco, were you there?
Of course I was.
With me? When I was getting the epidural?
I was everywhere, wherever I was needed. But yeah.
Okay, so, pagka naka 8 cm na si mommy, that is when you will be wheeled to the birthing room. Pero the birthing room is only for normal delivery. So, at the onset, if you already know na CS ka, scheduled CS, or, if the plan talaga, instead of the birthing room, you will be brought to the operating room. So, in my case, for Leah, I was brought to the birthing room.
Because that's what we had in mind. We wanted to have a normal delivery.
And it was highly possible naman kasi
Yep.
okay yung position niya. Wala naman akong condition which would require me na dapat CS.
Yeah.
So, normal delivery kami with Leah. So, the birthing room is actually very cozy. It's small. The size is just okay.
Just right there.
Just right. So, may TV. There's a
There's a couch.
Yeah, there's a corner with a couch and an ottoman. Diba? Yeah. Yun yung birthing room. But with Rocco, after I was brought to the birthing room, we tried for normal delivery. Pero ang baby boy na makulit, ayaw niya bumaba. So,
yeah, they had me sign this waiver that they're going to perform the CS operation. So that's what happened. Well, of course, I had to sign it without thinking twice, knowing that they knew what they were doing.
I remember Doc Gabilo pa saying na it's critical na eh. It's critical na.
Yeah. You
So,
really made the effort. So I didn't want my wife to keep on trying. I felt it was the last ounce of her strength. Kaya,
Yeah. So I was brought na to the operating room.
Yep, that's what happened. Just gotta sign that document, giving them permission to perform the CS.
And at the operating room, parang ilang minutes lang. No?
Bilis lang,
Parang
yeah.
mabilis lang.
Husbands couldn't go inside until you're summoned, so you gotta wait outside until they're ready.
So yun. So in summary, ano ulit yung route?
First,
So first, instead of going to the ER, you have to go straight to Genesis, 3rd floor, right wing of Asian Hospital. So Genesis, you will be brought to Triage, where you will have to wait until your cervix is dilated by 8 cm.
That's where the labor happens.
Yes. And then,
When you're ready,
you will be brought to either to the birthing room for normal delivery or to the operating room for CS.
got it right.
So, after giving birth, once you already have your bundle of joy in your arms, you will be brought to your private room already, so you can recover.
Typically around 3 days, recover, stay
For
with the
normal
family,
delivery.
have guests come over. So yeah.
Yeah, so at Asian Hospital, there are different types of rooms. Well, of course, I'm sure in other hospitals as well. So we have a código here, my
Just
log
like any hotel,
entry.
there are different types.
Yeah, so Asian has different types of rooms for maternity patients. So there are the presidential suite, executive private, junior executive private, standard private, and a 4-bedded room or ward. So actually, choosing a room is critical because the more exclusive the room is, the higher the fees. Now, buti we got that tip from Rome Kanapi nga when we had our birthing class, because we were actually surprised to find out na ganon because, di ba?
You thought that the rates were just the rates would vary depending on the size of the room, but all the other fees are the same. But apparently, the more exclusive the room is, the higher the miscellaneous fees are. So something to consider.
Correct. So at Asian, the most in-demand room is the standard private room kasi it's very spacious, it's roomy, and then
all the basic amenities are there.
Yeah. Siyempre, may bathroom. There's
TV,
couch,
of course. Yeah.
may easy chair pa with ottoman, may TV.
So, hindi naman masyadong maarte. That's just right.
It's actually a very good room.
Yep.
Yeah,
Serves its purpose.
That being said, we never considered the upper
presidential suites.
Hindi na. So we really aim to get the standard private. And for Leah and Rocco, we got that.
Yep.
Yeah, the $1 million question. So in my blog entry, siguro baka 300 inquiries or
all related to the cost.
The cost
of giving birth at Asian.
So,
for our first kid, 5 years ago, for Leah, normal delivery, the price was roughly...
No, not roughly. I have a código.
Detailed breakdown
Ito
there.
yung exact amount that we paid in March 2015. We paid 132,390 pesos and 89 centavos for normal delivery. This amount already included the professional fees of my OB, Dr. Lani Gabilo. At that time, her PF was 47,000. The PDS PF was 17,500. The PF of the anesthesiologist was 20,300. So the total amount would have been 144,000 if I would include the amount shouldered by PhilHealth. Mura lang naman. Si PhilHealth, it shouldered 6,750 and si Medicard 5,000 pesos. Note that, as mentioned, our room when I gave birth to Leah was standard private and we stayed there for 3 days.
Yep.
Also, Leah was perfectly healthy. She needed no special care.
No special medication.
So this was the most basic. As basic as it could get.
And we didn't overstay.
We did not overstay.
So 3 days, standard private. 5 years ago, roughly
132,000.
Yeah.
It's a different story with Rocco. Kay Rocco, our second baby, he's a boy. I delivered last October 2018.
2018,
Yeah, 2018. Our total bill was...
Should I read it?
Masakit to. Okay.
339,004 pesos and 12 cents.
It's much higher because for Rocco, with Rocco, I delivered via CS.
Yes. That's a difference maker, really.
Not just that.
Yep.
Okay, si Rocco also, in kay Leah, I stayed at the hospital for 3 days. With Rocco, I stayed at the hospital for 8 days. 8 days, and si Rocco pa nun, he spent the first 2 days at the NICU, Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, so ICU for babies, because he had to take antibiotics. Well, he was at the NICU because of his heart rate, was it? And parang meron siyang pneumonia.
Yeah, signs of pneumonia.
Meron siyang signs of pneumonia, although he could breathe okay naman, but his lungs medyo mukhang may something.
Yeah, they had to suck out excess water, from what I recall.
Yeah.
Tomorrow you're gonna be with us. Yes, hang in there. Love you.
Yeah. Because when I was pregnant with Rocco, si Leah contracted pneumonia. So, syempre, bilang mommy ako, hindi ko naman siya iniiwasan at hindi naman ako nagmamask. So, parang I contracted it pala, clinically.
Which you didn't manifest.
I did not manifest. I did not even feel that I had it. Pero, it affected my pregnancy. So, Rocco apparently got it. So, nako, if we only knew, di ba?
Going back and forth. So, after giving birth, you were brought to the room, but we had to visit Rocco at the NICU for 2 days. So, we would go back and forth.
Yeah, so again, how much? 339,000 for Rocco. So again, meron ng kasamang Medicard and PhilHealth yun.
Yep. All worth it.
Yeah, all worth it. Yeah. So, question, if we are to do it, well, we're not, God willing, a third baby is not in the pipeline.
Yeah, it's not part of the
Bunso
plan.
na si Rocco, but if we could turn back time,
would we give birth in a different hospital? And the answer is, I think not. Would still go to Asian hospital because of ease of mind. Because of the proximity, and
we had an overall
good experience.
Yeah.
We knew that if anything would go wrong, then people would automatically respond to our needs. So whenever felt clueless, again, we had the support of their very competent staff, very caring doctors. So it's pretty good. I'm sure it's also the same for the other hospitals, but it's just that, of course, we're speaking based on experience at Asian. So highly recommended from us.
Yeah, so to all those asking, we hope this helps.
Yep.
And actually, this is the first time that we're vlogging together and talking on camera.
So
iPhone camera.
we're still thinking of other topics to talk about, but this is the first of many.
But we don't have subscribers. We don't have subscribers yet. Maybe we will.
Yeah, perhaps.
After this. Okay, so.
All right. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. And that's that.